Hey everybody! Well, today's video is just a mini haul video. So I want to share some of the things that I've picked up lately, just probably over the last couple of weeks, a few things sort of here and there, so I've sort of collected them together to share with you. So the first thing is a primer from Vincent Longo. It's the Water Canvas base. And as I've told you before, I'm still on the hunt to find the most perfect primer that I can. And I have tried this with my Guerlain. I haven't tried it with some of my other foundations, so I have to tell you initially that I really do like it. And I think that I'm going to have to just stay away from the silicone-based primers, because even though I really think that they make a much more flawless application with your foundations, my skin just does not agree with it. Because every time that I use a primer that has silicone in it, my face just goes crazy. I get a breakout over here, a breakout over there. It's just, I just have to give it up and just stay with the non-silicone primers. So I purchased this. I've used it for about a week and I do really like it a lot. Is it going to be my HG primer? I'm not really sure yet, but I'll keep using it and then I'll keep you posted on how I like it as I try it with some of the other foundations that I have. The next thing I'm going to share with you is I was back at my friend who is a facialist, that she's the one that does my TCA peels and microdermabrasion and whatever my skin needs. I go to her about once a month and then she sort of checks out and says, I think we should do this, or I think we should do that. And so it keeps my skin really sort of even all the time, which is really nice. So I was talking to her about the A cream that I use, the one that I've shown you before, the Environ. It's the Ultra A. And I was using this in the morning and also at night. And so she suggested that I bump it up, because I asked her about going on like a prescription A, and I have tried it in the past, but I've really had an issue with it where my skin has gotten really too dry. And so I think I'm probably one of the few that really has a problem like getting your skin used to it, even though I did it with, like, you know, every few days, once a week. I've tried all different sort of ways to do it, and it seems to always be really drying for me. So what she suggested is that I keep the Environ A in the morning, and then I try the SkinCeuticals Retinol 0.5, 0.5 at night. So I've done that for about 3 or 4 days, and so far I can say that my skin has been, you know, it is a little bit drier, but not really that bad. So I'm going to keep that up for a little while, and I'll let you know whether I think that's doing a better job on my skin than just using the Environ A was. So the next thing I want to share with you is that after I did the Maybelline and the Bobbi Brown comparison on the gel liners, I had a lot of responses telling me to try out both the e.l.f. gel liner and the Wet n Wild gel liner. So e.l.f. is not a problem. It's a problem for me to find locally, but it's not a problem for me to order online. But the Wet n Wild was just almost impossible. I guess they're primarily sold more at Rite Aid and Walgreens, and of course, what do I have in every corner around my home? CVS. So I went to quite a few CVS's. They had a little bit of Wet n Wild, but really not a great assortment. And so finally today I went to 2 Walgreens. The first one I couldn't find it at. The second one I did find it at. They had one left, only in the black, so I did pick it up. So what I'm planning to do is do exactly what I did with the Maybelline and the Bobbi Brown. I'm going to use e.l.f. in one eye and the Wet n Wild in the other eye, and then let you know which one I think is better, and then I'm going to let you know which one I think is better of the 4 that I tried. So this is the black. And the only good thing about waiting this long and looking everywhere was that it was 50% off, so it cost me $1.99. So if it works well, you can't beat $1.99 for eyeliner. And the other great thing about it, it also comes with a brush similar to the Maybelline. This brush is a little bit different. It has an angle. I don't know if you can see that. So this is really nice. I don't know how well this would be for doing tight lining because of the angle, but this would be great for doing an eyeliner and doing a little bit of a cat eye. So that's really great. And again, $1.99 including the brush, which is great because you know the Bobbi Brown brush is $25 by itself. And then I got the Midnight in e.l.f., which is the blue color. Really pretty shade. I love the blue. I have a sort of issue with e.l.f., and it's, I think you're going to laugh at me for saying this, but the issue is with their shipping. So you have to spend $25 in order to get free shipping. Otherwise, the shipping is, like from where I am, is $7. So if I'm buying an item that's $1 or $3, I have to pay $7 for shipping unless I order up to $25. So here's the problem. With e.l.f., because everything is between $1 and $3, you're either ordering 25 items or you're ordering 8 items. And I don't generally find that many items that I want to order from their site, so I end up giving in and having to pay the shipping. So I know companies say that it's shipping and handling, but really, how hard is it to stick something this small in an envelope and ship it out when you know that this is probably maybe $1 as far for postage? So I mean, the $7 sort of bothers me. But anyways, not a huge problem. But while I was on the e.l.f. side, I did decide that I was going to try a few other things. And I had heard about their eyeshadow and eyeliner pens. And they're actually called eyeliner and shadow sticks. So I ordered 3 of them. I ordered them in the brown, in the black, and in the plum. Now the colors refer to the liners, not to the shadows. And what they do is they put a complementary color in. So this is the black liner, and the shadow to it is this gray color. And this is the brown one. So there's the shadow. It's sort of like a coppery color. And of course the liner is just a plain brown liner. And this is the plum one. This is the shadow that comes with the plum. And of course then the liner is definitely a real plum color. So this wasn't a great hit for me. The liners are really nice, but I definitely didn't need another black plum or brown liner. I have tons of them. And the shadows were just okay. For the last 2 days I tried the black color that has the gray, and I tried it with my Eye Basics primer, and I tried it with my Painterly paint pot, and it really didn't last on either one of them. I don't know whether it was the application. I found that as you're putting it on and you sort of have to like leave it in place and not work with it all, because if you work with it you sort of are wiping it off as you're working with it. So I didn't really like. So I was thinking maybe what I would do is I would use them as a base and then use my shadows on top. But then the more I thought about that, I thought I'm never going to do that. That's just not the way I apply my makeup, and I like my Eye Basics, I like other primers that I have, and I'll probably never reach for them. So first I thought what I would do is put them in my pile and send off to the shelter that I like to bring makeup to. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to give them away. I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. So bear with me if this doesn't work perfectly. I don't want you guys to be mad. I'm going to just give this a try, and definitely let me know whether you think it's good or not, but do it nicely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link to a new Facebook page that I just created the other day. So I'll put a link below, and what you should do is click on the link, go to the page and say that you like it, and then I'll have a just a one line about the eyeliners, and just write underneath in the comment your YouTube name and the color that you would like. So the color choices are plum, brown, and black, and I will pick 3 people, let's say Sunday, and I will send them off to you. You know what, because we're going to be experimenting with this and I don't want you guys to get too upset, no rules. I don't care if you're a subscriber or if you're not a subscriber, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care if you live in the States, if you live in Mars, doesn't matter to me. And I only ask that you remember that if you are under 18, that you do get permission from a guardian or a parent, so that it's okay for me to mail them to you if you should win them. So again, go to the link below, click on it, like the page, give me just your YouTube name and the color that you would like, and on Sunday I'll pick 3 people and send them off to you. So the last makeup item that I want to share with you is I've been looking for a new face cleanser. I had been using the SkinCeuticals and I did like it a lot. I'm not really sure why I decided to change, but you know, I decided I wanted to try something different. So I was up at Bloomingdale's and I went into the, I think it's called Space NK, which I think is out of England, and is now in some of the select Bloomingdale's. And I was talking to the girl about different cleansers, and I was also mentioning to her that I had bought the Obagi, the Gentle Cleanser that I showed to you before. So quickly let me tell you about this. This was the most drying cleanser I have ever used in my entire life. It was as if someone had figured a way to take every bit of moisture out of my skin and make it feel almost like paper to the touch. Now I realize that that's part of the system, that the system is trying to dry out and get your face to rejuvenate, to flake. So if that's what the purpose of it is, it definitely does a great job. But it was way too drying for me. And the more that I talked to people about Obagi and really sort of looked into it, I realized that this is a system that you have to be prepared that your skin is going to look lousy for at least 2 months while it's going through the process of what they wanted to go through. And I thought, why am I doing that? I take really nice care of my skin. I have my friend check it out every month. There's really no need for me to have my skin looking lousy for 2 months, and I definitely don't need my skin being that dry. So just did not work for me. If you have oily skin, or if you do have problems with your skin, I'm not saying not to check the system out. I think there's, a lot of people really like the system, but it seemed for me that everybody said to me, you have to be prepared to really look lousy for 2 months. Well, I don't want to look lousy for 2 months, so it was definitely didn't work for me. So while I was talking to the girl up in Bloomingdale's, she suggested this a facial oil, and she suggested this nude. It's called Cleansing Facial Oil. So initially, I sort of really liked it. I wasn't sure that I would like an oil, but this is very light and it comes off really easily. You put it on dry skin, you rub it in really well, and then you add water to it, and as you add water to it, it emulsifies and it's very easy to come out. So I thought, okay, and my skin felt really soft after I used it, so I did really like it. But then what happened was I couldn't really take the scent of it. So it's not banana oil, but it smelled like banana oil to me. So when I first smelled it, I thought, well, great. I love banana sundaes. I love banana bread. I love a million things that banana is in. I think banana is a great taste. But what I didn't realize was that I wouldn't like having banana hit me in the face every morning when I went to wash my face. I'm not a big person on breakfast, and I know breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and I do eat it, but I can't eat it first thing. And when I get up, the first thing that I do is I wash my face. So every morning that I used it, I would get up and put this on, and the smell would just would overtake me. I just couldn't handle it. My stomach couldn't handle it. So I'm not saying that it's not something that you shouldn't try, because the feeling of your skin is really nice. It's supposed to be natural. It is a really nice product, but I just couldn't handle it. But the good thing about it was that I think it was $35 or $36, and that qualified me for a free gift. So I got this bag of different items that this Space NK sells, and one of the things that was in was a sample of the Eve L'Homme Cleanser. Now I believe Eve L'Homme Cleanser is the cleanser that the Liz Earle is similar to, although I think the Liz Earle is supposed to have more natural ingredients than the Eve L'Homme. The first ingredient for this is mineral oil, which a lot of people are dead set against, but I have to tell you that I really, really liked this cleanser. And what it's supposed to do is cleanse and exfoliate and tone all at once, and they even say that if you use it, you don't need to use your moisturizer afterwards, although I use my moisturizer afterwards. And it's also the kind of cleansing system that you use with a cloth, with a muslin cloth. And I have to tell you that I really liked this. It's sort of soothing and relaxing. So you put it on, you rub it on your skin. You're supposed to do it for I think it's supposed to take start to finish about 5 minutes, which of course there's no way that I would take that long to do it. So you rub it in, and then you take really hot water onto the cloth and wring it out. And you first put the cloth on and let it sort of seep into your skin, which is really nice. It sort of opens up, for me, it opened up my sinuses. It was really a nice feeling. Then you rinse the cloth again in warm water and put it back on, and you start to rub your face with it, and I guess that's the exfoliating process, which does work really, really nice. And then the third step is you put cold water on the cloth and you put it on your face, and that's to close your pores back down. So I've only used it for about 3 or 4 days. It's really a very small sample. It's not the prettiest of colors. But initially I really like it. What I did was, because it's really expensive, is I ordered their starter kit, which is I think in the $40 range, so I'll get 2 of these and then a couple of their moisturizers to try. So I thought I would rather do that than go out and make the full commitment of, I forget exactly how much it is, but it's a pretty expensive product, but initially I really like it. But the other thing I did was I did pop onto eBay and I ordered a sample of the Liz Earle, because I understand that that is similar. Some people like that better, some people like this better. I do believe that Allure says that this is like the best cleanser ever. I'm not really sure about that, but I'm going to compare this and the Liz Earle together and see which one I like better. But as far as the cleansing process goes, I really did enjoy it. So the last thing that I want to share with you is I was out and about today, and when I was looking for a Rite Aid, what did I stumble across but a TJ Maxx? I mean, really, it was like meant to be, I guess. So I popped in around there, and they always have, I just love TJ Maxx. I always find the best things there. So I found the cutest Kate Spade shoes. They're little suede shoes. They're completely flat. Let me just show you the back of them. And they're a suede, little suede slipper, with, let me see if you can see this on the side, like a little patent leather strip. And what I like best about them is look at the front. How cute are those? Absolutely love them. So that's it. If there are any comments or questions, leave them down below. And don't forget, pop onto my face page and enter your name to win one of those. Take care, everybody. Speak to you soon.